probably shouldn't be saying this, but I actually talked to him, right? Sneako. I was like, bro, you didn't need to go at Charlie. Charlie was chilling, doing his own thing. You kept on poking the bear, and you f***ed around and you found out. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie. It was like me with Pokemon. You know the craziest thing about Sneako? Fresh and Fit knew I was trolling, but their audience, it's actually sad. They're actually...
The left won the culture war. I think they undoubtedly did, but now it's like we're in like the peacetime and then the revolution happens. I think they won the culture war, but they just went way too f***ing hard, and they're starting to lose people at like so many different types of issues that it's creating space for somebody else to pop up, I think. What you're saying about that canceling too many people, this is the thing that I keep saying, is that eventually it's going to hit a point, and it might have already done it with the WL community.
You ever feel like you're the reason Sneako went downhill because you introduced him to Nick Fuentes?
I didn't even introduce him to Nick Fuentes. That audience was trying to gun for him for a long time. But no, I think the Tate shit, everything sucked him deep into everything.
Wait, do you think Just Barely Things is retarded?
A little bit, yeah.
You know, people like genuinely get mad at me because I still associate with Sneako.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Like, I reacted to that Meat King video, and like, I just wasn't dogging on him like how, because I feel like the whole internet already dogs on him. So there's no point. Like, you know, I poke jabs at him and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the cook shit is funny, and I poke jabs at him. But like, I'm not gonna hop on no bandwagon just because it's popular. And then like someone was like, "Oh, why does JiDion like defend this dude or whatever?" And it's like, I don't defend him, but it's like I'm not gonna dog him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that shit's like that. It's that follower mentality. Cause it'll be so like, bro, I literally probably could have averaged 2 million views if I reacted to both of he deserves it. I'm not gonna lie, he does deserve it, but I'm not gonna partake in it.
Jesus.
Like, what's it called? I could have got 2 million views reacted to both of Charlie's videos that he made. But I didn't feel like streaming whenever he posted them, and then by the time I did stream, like, it wasn't relevant anymore. And so it's like I never worried about it. But yeah. And it's crazy. Like, there's people like every single time he tweets, it's like the first time you call him a cuck is funny, but it's like the 900th time, is it really still funny? You know,
it's not funny, but it's good ammunition. You know, it gets to him. That's why people use it.
It does get to him.
Jesus Christ.
But what I will say, what I will give him props about is like, he is the perfect punching bag.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
No, but I don't mean that in a malicious way at all. Like, what do you look for when you look for a punching bag?
Skinny Asian Haitian dude.
No, but like realistically, what do you look for when you look for a punching bag?
Something that won't respond? I don't know. What do you... You
look good. You look for durability. You don't want it to break on you. You want it to be able to take as many punches as possible. You feel me? And that's Sneako. I'm not gonna lie. Any other creator getting this hate right now, they'll be on suicide watch. I'm gonna just be realistic. Like, they'll be on suicide watch. They would have deactivated their Twitters, their and they would have said, hey guys, I'm gonna take a break. But that nigga's still chugging. He's still here. It's crazy, because I really, I remember when I first stayed over at his house, I was like, I'm gonna see the real Sneako. Like, I was like, damn, I'm gonna see how this nigga really moves, because this was, when I first went over, it was like a month after he got banned from YouTube, and he was still getting hate on. But when I went over there, like, I have so much respect for him, because the nigga's the exact same shit. It's fucking 3 a.m. at night, and this nigga's still talking about Matrix.
Damn.
And like, I was like, wow. Like, I was like, this nigga's really talking about this shit. This is Sneako. And like, I feel like you have, like, it's like a racist person. Like, imagine a racist person being cornered by fucking 100 black dudes, and he still says, you niggers. Bro, like, you gotta have some type
that shit.
You gotta respect that. Like, I don't give a like, no backing down. Now that nigga's like, hey guys, I didn't mean it. Like, it's like, oh, you a bitch.
No, I see where you're coming from, yeah.
You feel what I mean? Chat.
Yeah, I get that.
Do y'all feel what I mean?
I thought he wouldn't keep it. I thought he wouldn't keep the same energy. Me personally, I thought if he was offline, he wouldn't talk about the Matrix shit.
He's still talking about the Matrix.
That's kind of wild. I think that's worse, in my opinion. Like, then that genuinely means he's stupid.
I don't think. I don't think he's the exact same offline. Unless I don't know what you guys talk about. I feel like he generally. I feel like when he's online and he's talking this shit, he's like the most hardcore fucking militant weird Matrix person ever. But in real life, I feel like when I talk to him and he talks about it, he kind of like laughs some of it off. Where it feels like
he does laugh.
Yeah,
he do be dissing some of it. Like
yeah.
he be making fun of stuff, but it's the fact that like he still holds true to it. You know what I mean?
I mean, he kind of has to. That's kind of he's like trapped there now, right?
But bro, he like when he turns off his camera, like you know, like I wouldn't snitch on him if he was like, yeah, bro, I'm hella liberal. Like,
yeah, but
no, he's not like that. No.
Schizophrenic. He's playing a character. Chat. He's not playing a character. Like you can like playing a character is like only online. Like Kobe Covington. If any of y'all nerds in here know anything about UFC, that's a character. Kobe Covington in a press conference and Kobe Covington when he's out and about doing his day-to-day task is two different people. But I would say Sneako's like Conor McGregor, if that makes sense. He might not be
That's actually a good comparison.
He's not going to be as exaggerant when he's not in front of the camera, but he's still about that life.
He still holds the same thoughts.
Exactly.
I still low-key kind of think he's grifting because, especially when it comes to the whole Islam thing, this nigga does not believe in Islam. Like, if anybody genuinely thinks he believes in Islam, then God bless them, but he really doesn't. And he just realized the formula that the Tates established, and he tries to mimic it, he tries to copy it with the creativity kit, literally just like Hustlers University, with the way that he talks about Islam is this exact same way that Tate did. But what he doesn't understand is he literally doesn't have the most important thing that Tate has, which is the background. 4-time kickboxing world champion. People look at him, they look at his body, they look at the way that he's built, they're like, I'm gonna listen to this nigga. And then they look at Sneako's background, yeah, I recommend everybody be a cook. And they're like, the fuck, why the fuck would I listen to this nigga over the other nigga? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, Aiden is trying to do the same shit.
I feel like that's why he has a fan base though, is because, like, let's be honest, like, there's not many Tates out there, like the one thing about Tate I'll say is like that nigga can back the talk, you know what I mean? Like he get the hoes, he has the money, he has the yachts, and he can beat your ass if you talk that shit. But like that's like a 1%. That's 1% of men in today's world. Sneako is the average dude that wants to beat Tate. You feel me? So I feel like that makes him way more relatable than.
No, that shit makes him corny.
No, I think it makes him more relatable because even if you're like a hella alpha dude, you can't relate to Andrew Tate because you're not him. You're not that guy, pal. Like, you know what I mean? You can't relate to Andrew because you're not him, and you will never be him. But I can see people relating to Sneako because you could be Sneako. Like Sneako, for the most part, got it out the gutter. Whether you say it's corny or not, is redundant. He got it out the gutter, and yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question about Sneako? I'm curious your thoughts. I've been ruminating on a conspiracy theory for a while.
What's up? What's your name?
Erudite.
Erudite. What's up, Erudite? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you today, JiDion?
Oh man, I'm too blessed to be stressed.
Based. All right. So, did you guys? I'm sure you guys have all seen the Andrew Tate release video, right? Where he's walking around with a cigar and he's talking about how he's, you know, he forgives everyone, he understands, he's not upset. Have you guys seen that video?
Correct.
Yeah.
That nigga look fine as fuck. Yeah.
Okay, and do you guys? So Sneako also released an apology video recently. I don't know if you guys saw that as well.
Are you talking about the one with MoistCritikal stuff, kind of?
Yeah. Well, he released like the TikTok being like, you know, guys, I've not been very Christian-like. I apologize. It's been unbecoming. I take responsibility.
Well, here before you continue, fuck, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I actually talked to him, right? And
Sneako or Andrew Tate?
No, Sneako. And I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna say what all he said.
Oh,
but what I told him, I was like, bro, you didn't need to go at Charlie. Charlie was chilling, doing his own thing. You kept on poking the bear, and you f***ed around and you found out. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie. It was like me with Pokemon. I kept on poking the bear, and I f***ed around and I found out. That's like, that's why you're getting all this shit. And I was like, be a bigger man. And I was like, you should apologize to him. I said, you should apologize to him. And well, first thing first, he was mad about he wasn't mad, but he was like annoyed about the Meat Canyon video. I was like, my nigga, bro, Meat Canyon doesn't have no beef with you. He just exaggerated the situation. I said, just tweet out, yo, Meat Canyon. That video was funny as f***, because it was funny, and you know it was funny.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
didn't he tweet out that about the Meat Canyon video?
He did. And then I was
I was inspired by you, huh?
I was like, bro, you should hit up Charlie. I said you should DM Charlie, and you guys should have a combo, and then you guys can like post y'all videos and stuff like that, and just squash the beef. Cause I was like, bro, no one's expecting you guys to hop on a video call and just talk to each other. And I'm not saying you gotta apologize and stuff, but just have a conversation. And cause like, I don't think people realize like Sneako is a rational person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when he's not being performative, you can like talk to him.
Exactly. Like I think the thoughts that Sneako thinks, I think like if you watch his old videos and you look at them, it's like you might not agree with his take, but you can at least respect it because he put time into it. But what I think
Would you agree though that he's been like more unthoughtful recently? Like I feel like all of his new shit is like.
But the reason that's happening is because the reason that's happening is because he's not going through an assembly line of how he produced his old content. Whereas before, I think that the thoughts that he would have before he made a video, he would think the same shit that today's Sneako thinks. Yeah. But he would have time to reword it and to make it into a perfect way to produce it out to the public.
No,
but whenever he's on stream,
I don't.
Whenever he's on stream, it's just first thought, and it comes out. And when you're on stream, it's like you can't take it back, and you don't have time to like recraft it and stuff like that. So that's what I feel think.
I feel like on stream in the last 2 years, he's like dedicated himself to like actively be like as like minimally thoughtful as possible. Like I feel like there's been some intentional action there, not just like damn I'm live so I'm like running my mouth, because we all know like everyone knows video essays when they get live are different than they are in their video essays, obviously. But I feel like the difference between his videos and now is like it's more than just oh shoot I'm live and like running my mouth, in my opinion.
Okay, I agree to an extent because I was there in his early. Because I'm not trying to say like I made Sneako or nothing, but like I was the one telling him, I was like, bro, man, you should get into streaming, and I was like, I feel like it will be good for you. And so when he got into it, I think he was just figuring out the ropes. But I feel like as he went, because if people watched his channel, they would know he had this beef with this dude named D'Angelo Wallace. If anybody in the chat knows about Sneako, he had this beef about D'Angelo Wallace. And the response video that he made to D'Angelo Wallace, I shit you not, is the exact same type of shit that he would have said on stream. You feel me? Because he lets his emotion. How long ago was this? This was probably like a year or two ago, right? Okay. But what I'm saying is like, with Sneako, the problem is when people gang up on him, he gets defensive. And then when he has the right side, like, you know, Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate and everybody embracing him, of course he's gonna go towards that side because they're the only people showing him love.
Yeah, but I feel like his talks with Nick Fuentes were weird, right? Where like he's kind of just like letting Nick Fuentes say like wild race realist shit, and he's like mostly just was like agreeing with him and stuff, which felt like very like I feel like even Sneako should be like, I don't know how much I'm on board with this.
But okay, but that's like saying, let's say a kid never had friends, and then there's this drug addict group of kids that are like, yo, you can hang out with us. This kid never wanted to touch drugs in his life, but to feel integrated and to feel welcome, that kid's gonna do what he has to do.
I understand what you're saying is, but you're giving excuses for why he's not the same type of person he used to be, right? I think when you watch old Sneako videos, what you get is a relatively intelligent person that exists inside modern American culture, and he's questioning all the aspects of it. He's talking about like, why do I care about trying to fuck women? Why do I care about trying to look a certain way? What does it feel like to get older? What does it feel like to be on drugs for ADHD? And when you watch his old stuff, these are Sneako's thoughts. Now when I watch his stuff, you could copy paste any other red pillar for his videos and get the exact same message. I don't hear Sneako's thoughts anymore. These are the red pill thoughts. It's going to be Islam good, stuff about the vaccination and COVID-19, stuff about New World Order, the World Economic Forum. It's going to be all the copy pasted opinions that every single other person has.
That's the difference. To make a video, he articulates himself way better.
No.
Even today. Even today, when he has time to make a video, he articulates himself.
It's not about just articulating yourself better. It's that an 18, 19, 20-year-old Sneako would never live stream himself copy pasting Matrix talking points. That would never happen.
Okay, well, I agree. It has to do with. I've talked to Sneako about that, bro. He made way more money streaming than he did fucking, making his videos.
But do you think it was a grift a little bit? Because he like knew that he was kind of cozying up to red pills, and so he like started just like running down, because he just like ran down dialogue trees. Like the part of why I like loved Sneako's old like artful films and stuff is because it was thoughts put in a way that I think all of us have, like questions we all have, but nobody's been like bold or brave enough to actually ask the question, if that makes sense.
I don't think I realize like Sneako's always been against the grain. This is the nigga that made a video defending Cutie.
Yeah, but he's not against the grain right now. That's the problem. He's just found another grain to.
He is against the grain.
No,
it's
not.
against the grain to be against Andrew Tate. It's
Bro,
against the
he's
grain to be
literally in
against
Dubai on
Fit.
people's billion-dollar yachts. That's not against the grain.
What
It's
the
kind
fuck
of like,
do you mean?
well, it's like the counterculture. It's like popular counterculture.
That's so silly to say that's not against the grain. He's with what's not the most popular thing.
It absolutely is on that side of the internet. What do you mean?
On that side of the internet, yeah, but as a whole, it's not popular. If I went out and tweeted Andrew Tate right now, I would go crazy. I would get like a bunch of love, probably like 100K likes. But if I said, I love Andrew Tate, and I'll get ratio.
There's three positions that you can occupy, okay? You can be part of the mainstream, or you can be counter mainstream, or you can actually be a unique and thoughtful individual. He used to be a unique and thoughtful individual. Now he's just counter mainstream. But counter mainstream, counter mainstream
but he's
has
pushed that way.
Counter mainstream has way more support than a unique person. He has a whole infrastructure to support him. He's got the Fresh and Fit people. He's got the 50 million people who are in Andrew Tate. He's got all the millionaires that want to fly him out and do the yacht thing. He's got all the people that want to do content. You can't act like he's alone on an island, right? He's not alone on an island.
He's not, but I'm saying he's going that way because they're the only people accepting him.
I agree with you. I agree.
He can't come back on this side.
I'm not disagreeing with
Everybody's
you.
pushing him away.
Yeah, I don't
so
disagree
the more
with you.
you push him away, of course, the more he's going to go to Dubai.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you, but you're explaining why he's not thoughtful, not explaining why he is thoughtful.
Okay, so now that he's on that side and he's hanging out with these peoples, of course he's going to get their ideologies.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
You are what you hang around. So
I don't disagree.
He hangs around Andrew Tate. He hangs around Fresh and Fit. He hangs around them. So he's going to be them.
I agree.
So it's
Yeah.
not him
And he's-
technically copying. It's him being who he's around.
Yeah, that's called copying.
Yeah, you're like around like this.
Okay,
I mean,
so
like,
Destiny, if you're around people that are liberal, are you copying them because they're liberal?
I don't. No, I don't do that. I intentionally don't do that.
Oh, but I'm saying if you're around a bunch of liberal people, are you liberal because you're around them?
If you start to copy them, yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
It's just like but like if we're agreeing that like do this like osmosis relationship with your friends of like being around people, the only people who are nice to you. Like I think the like the lonely kid with like the druggy friends is a good apt comparison because like. But doesn't that suggest then that he's changed over time? Like he's made friends.
He has
with people
changed. I
who are
never said that he
accepting him?
hasn't changed. I'm not saying that he hasn't changed. I'm just saying the reason why he changed. I feel like people just think it has to just do with the money, which I feel like is a part of it. But I feel like there's more factors that people don't look into. When you look at anybody like Kyle Rittenhouse, I believe. I think he like posted up the BLM thing on his page and stuff like that. He was a supporter of BLM, but then after the whole incident that happened with Kyle, he got ostracized from the left. So what does he do? Like any rational person would do, they would go to somewhere where they feel accepted.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we see this time and time again. We saw this with Brett Weinstein. I argue that we saw this in some degrees with Jordan Peterson. Like, as people get like increasingly vilified by the left, unsurprisingly, they like fall into the arms of the right. Like, I would agree with that. The issue is that like, while this process is something that I agree that happens to people, I still feel like there's an individual responsibility put on top of that, which means like if you're getting vilified by the left, even though it's understandable, right? It's understandable that you're going to move further to the right. You're going to become more of a Tate stan, right? Because that's the group that's accepting you. It's still your responsibility if like the group that you're surrounding yourself is toxic and spreading bad things and you're spreading it. So it's like, it's understandable, but that doesn't make it excusable. The responsibility is still on someone.
Okay, but like, you know, it'll be like, let's say someone got pushed far to the left, right? And then that person will be like, Sneako needs to be deplatformed on everything. I hope he gets jumped in real life. Like, what? Okay, so it's like, you could say there's far leaning left and there's far leaning right. I'm just saying that there's bad on both sides. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a perfect example of us seeing this real time now is Aiden Ross. We're seeing Aiden Ross slowly get ostracized to the right side because that's the side that's only accepting him, bro. Because I know I'm in the community that Aiden's in, and I'm seeing them in real time turn against him.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean? So
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like the left is. I mean, I don't know if Destiny will agree with this, but I view the left as like this very kind of like toxically religious group that's like atheistic in nature, right? And like a lot of like really, really like concentrated religious people will often like push out their own because they're not like pure enough. Like they do all these purity testings, and if you're not pure enough or like you conform enough to like the moral high ground that they believe is good, they like push you out. This is why, like in many ways, like I think you're Christian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like this is I grew up Christian and stuff as well. This is like a common issue that we saw in like Christian land where like increasingly young people get like pushed out by the church because like the church is so like rigorous and hard bent about like what is pure. And I feel like we're seeing that a little bit on the left, which is why it's not surprising to me that people are getting like increasingly cut out and pushed away. But that, so while I agree that like that process is happening, when I talk about an individual, I still am very big on like laying responsibility on an individual for what they're doing. So like, you're right. It's super understandable why he's there, but like I still think it's like been really disappointing to see like some of the stuff that he's been saying.
No, definitely. I feel like I be telling Sneako that all the time too. I'll be like, bro, man, like you really made some like, cause I be telling, you know, the craziest thing about Sneako is every time I would meet a new YouTuber, you know who they would tell me their favorite YouTuber was? Sneako. Every time I met a new YouTuber, even my filmer, his favorite YouTuber was Sneako. Mr. Beast's favorite YouTuber was Sneako. So Sneako was that guy where he was like, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how Lil Wayne is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Yeah. So Sneako was that guy. And I feel like Sneako knew he was that guy. But the thing is like, he wasn't getting the credit. It's like motherfuckers like me, and other people, we're getting the millions of views, we're getting the attention, we're getting the love and stuff like that. And it's like behind the screen, we're DMing him, and it's like we have more followers than him, but we're like, yo man, love your content and stuff like that. So it's like I feel like that had a part to do with it too, where it's like, fuck man, I'm having all these humongous people that are way bigger than me tell me I'm their favorite YouTuber, but I'm not even breaking 100,000 views and stuff like that. And, you know, it's sad to say, but like, you know, you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And so Sneako said, you know what? Fuck it. Oh my gosh, your dog is so cute.
Thanks.
So Sneako said, fuck it, and said, you know what? I'm going to see myself become the villain. And like, he got it by any means. And it was like he won, but at what cost?
So, okay, so my question to you is, so with the Andrew Tate kind of like the way that he came out of jail, I feel like, I don't know if it's real or not, but whether it's not, or it was really good PR, like him to be really calm, him not to be like yelling or blaming, because it absolutely like builds like, whether if it's real, it makes
the reason why he wasn't like bad talking the Romanian government is because he's still under custody, so the case is still going on. So like if he was to be like, oh, Romania's corrupt, they had me in here for 3 months, they could use that against him, and like it could in the long run. So of course I'm sure he's pissed as but obviously he's gonna be nice on the outside.
So here's my question. So when Sneako came out with the apology around the same time that Andrew Tate, I'm curious to know if kind of like the Fresh and Fit, because it seems like they're kind of in a group that'll talk to each other. I wonder if they're aiming to like direct their brand and like group to be more palatable, and like look more kind of mainstreamy, so that they can start like appealing to things and stop like catching strays as much. I'm not sure. Like maybe Sneako's apology was authentic. I would like to believe that. But I'm also curious to know if like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate and all of them are going to try to like rebrand a little bit over time to look like a little bit more, palatable, sanitized.
One thing I will say is like a lot of clips that they have of them, like some of the shit is like inexcusable. Like they said some shit where it's like, it doesn't matter what the context is, it's you said that. But then some of the things, you know, we're just objectively speaking, they were taken out of context, you know, because like you like especially with TikTok nowadays, it's like you could just take one clip and you post it up, and it's like, you know, like I think there's a thing of like Joe Biden, he said the hard R in court, right? Mm-hmm. And people like put that out there and be like, this is your president, da da da. But then when you learn the context, he was actually reading a quote of a racist person, and he was like condemning that guy. So like, I feel like to some extent, you know, they do take them out of context, And I think that's what got them in the hole that they're in. So I feel like what they're trying to do now is like, okay, yeah, this got us the followers, this got us the stuff and stuff like that, but this is also the things that's getting us the platform. This is stuff, you know, at the end of the day, it's their money. So you know what? We got to stop giving people ammunition. Like my mama always tells me, don't give someone ammunition against you. So whether or not their shit was taken out of context or not, you got to say things in a way where it's like, it doesn't matter how the you clip this. Like, my point is getting across.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I feel like I don't feel like they're rebranding per se. I feel like they're just making sure what they say is getting across. So it doesn't matter who's clipping it or what, you know, whoever's out to get them or whatever. It's like, you know, what I'm trying to say is gonna come across.
Yeah. So in Sneako's apology, he mentioned like Christ-like. My understanding from Sneako in the past, at least, is that he wasn't really religious, but he like came from a bit of a background. Do you know if that's like just when he said that? I found an interesting phrasing and choice of words for him.
Because when I was talking to him is like, I was telling him, I was like, bro, when you read the Bible, Christ said people are gonna hate you. I'm not saying Sneako's doing the right thing, but what I'm saying is like, bro, Sneako, the world hates you right now. But it's all good. Here, let me find the verse real quick. I don't want to misquote the Bible. If the world hates you. So this is Christ. Are you Christian?
Yeah.
So this is Christ talking. This is John 15, 18. If the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. The world will love you as one of its own if you belong to it, but you are no longer part of the world. I chose you to come out of the world, so it hates you. Do you remember what I told you? A slave is not greater than the master. Since they persecuted me, naturally, they will persecute you. So all I'm saying, like, I'm not saying what Sneako is doing is Christ-like or nothing, but what I'm saying, the point I was trying to get to him is like, bro, the world hated Christ. So, okay, obviously the world's not gonna fucking like you. So it's like, you know, if you're doing the right things, really what I was trying to convey to him, I was like, bro, you really need to read the Bible. Like, because the thing about Sneako is like, he's going everywhere. He's going to Islam, he's going to Buddhism, he's going to everything. And it's like, if you're gonna pick something, but you can't just like cherry pick everything and just make something new. Like, it doesn't work like that. You just gotta stick with something. And me personally, I feel like he should stick with the Bible. So I was like, bro, you stick with the Bible and read what it says and stuff like that, the world's still gonna hate you, but it's okay though, because it hated Christ first. So you have it in your heart where you know, okay, my eternal salvation is still there because they hated Christ. And Christ says, the slave isn't better than the master, and we're slaves to Christ. We're his servants. And when I say slave, I know people in here are thinking, oh, slave? Like, no, like slavery in the Bible is completely different than slavery that we have in our world today, because slavery back then, like when they would send out their slaves to go do their business for them, other nations would think that they're the kings. Like, they were that dripped out where they were like, yo, okay, so what tribe are you from? They're like, oh, we're the servant. Like, you're the servant and you look like that? Like, so servitude for Christ is completely different than slavery in today's world. But it's like, if you're gonna be a slave for Christ, you're not better than the master. So if the master was persecuted, then you're gonna be persecuted. So that's what he meant by when he said that.
Yeah. So then do you think that like Sneako's actually potentially like converting over, or do you think that he's... I don't know. I can't tell you what he... me personally, I don't think he is. I don't think so, but you know, that'd be awesome if he did, you know, but you know, I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
How's
life going?
It's going well.
Do you think we're on our way out? I feel like we've got like a year left maybe for the Red Pill stuff. I feel like it's gonna start trending downward. What do you think?
Oh man, imagine if whatever happens with the Tate case, I think is gonna really influence whether the Red Pill dies down or not.
You really think so? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because I think literally no matter what happens, every side is gonna stick to like their shit. Like, if he gets convicted, they're going to say it was all fake, drummed up charges. They're not going to believe any of it. If he gets out, then they're going to say it was all fake, and that's why he was even. That's why they.
No, yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Nobody's going to change their opinion, but because no matter what the outcome is going to be, I think it's going to create like a lot of division, and I'm super curious to see. This is why I'm saying it feels like they might be trying to like rebrand a little bit. I don't know. It just feels like I'm getting like inklings of that with like the apology and stuff. I'd be super curious to see if Trump runs and like with the indictment and stuff that's going on, if they try to like connect into this like anti-institutional, anti like the man.
Yeah, they already are anti-institution. That is what the Matrix is. The Matrix is, they call it the Matrix because they don't know what the word populism means, but the Matrix is populism. It's a rejection of all of the institutions in favor of like a separate social order, which is essentially what like all the hardcore Trump fanatics and the most hardcore Bernie fanatics, like your farthest like left and right populists basically believe.
Yeah, I just don't see it. Like, Greg Doucette was on Fresh and Fit the other day. Like, Greg Doucette's like a much more mainstream fitness
Shout out
guy.
to the doctor. Shout out.
Yeah, I don't know how he might be mainstream, but also some, like, for instance, like the Hodge twins were like pretty popular YouTube lifter dudes, and they're like completely brain rotted for Trump. I don't know if that other guy is like that or not, but
I don't know his politics at all.
That's about like it's either side, but the one thing I will say about left people is they do ride hard for their people, but let's say Joe Biden does something that they go against, they'll make it known, you know what I mean? But I feel like right-leaning people, it's like they're loyal to like, it's like they could be completely disagree with something someone says, but like because they're right-leaning, they're gonna agree with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not right versus left. It's populist versus anti-populist. Like a populist, by a person that believes in like populists tend to look towards like charismatic leaders and figures, and they tend to reject or eschew like institutions. So they're gonna ride or die harder for the people they support. So like Bernie bros are like ride or die for Bernie. He's not really that popular anymore, right? But like that would have been an example of a left-leaning populist figure. Corbynites, I guess, and the UK are kind of ride or die for Corbyn. They were. I don't know if he's as popular anymore. But like, yeah, people that are generally populist tend to ride or die for their figures more and look past like obviously character flaws or defects.
Because I love the Hodge twins. They're amazing. Oh, my bad. You talk.
No, you're okay. I was gonna talk about the red pill again. So if you want to.
Yeah. Do your thing.
I was just gonna say the reason why I don't think the red pill is gonna die is because like the fact that Greg Doucette was on there and agreeing with a number of things that Fresh and Fit were saying means that like Greg Doucette's just kind of like a normal ass dude. He's like a former gym teacher, I think, or something like that. And I'm concerned, like, I thought that the left won the culture war, but part of me starting to wonder if the left just, like, canceled enough larger right-wing platforms, and, like, the right is not very good at arts in general, so they didn't really have, like, a culture to, like, create. I'm curious to see if the red pill becomes, like, this more mainstream, normie thing that will occupy kind of, like, more of, like, the cultural right. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are, like, they don't agree with all of the Fresh and Fit takes, like, they're pretty extreme. But I bet you, especially if they got more palatable and, like, dialed it down and, like, chilled out on, like, some of, like, the, like, one-sided open relationship stuff, I can see a lot of that taking off with, like, pretty, like, normie, like non-internet people.
It could, but I think it's got to be like the next generation of content creators. Like, I don't know if Fresh and Fit can be those people.
Fresh and Fit, like when I was on there, because I was trolling, like I was pretending to be like a Andrew Tate, but like I was like hella like liberal. I was saying like I want my girl to have like 100+ bodies and stuff. And obviously Fresh and Fit knew I was trolling, but like their audience, for the most part, some of their audience knew, but their audience, like they're it's actually sad. They're actually incels. Like. I didn't really know the definite. It's crazy because when you think incel, like at least me, I usually think right. You know, I mean the left. I think like niggas on Discord and Twitch and stuff. But seeing right-leaning people, incels, it was a whole nother ball game. Like these niggas would literally donate $100 just to talk shit about some random bitch that was in the panel.
Yeah,
and it was like, the girl in the blue is so fucking dumb. That's why body feminists are. And it's like, and I'm just thinking in my head, and then someone like donated $200 just to say I was a fucking libtard. 200, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, wow, you donated you worked all week. You probably got $1,000 that week. So you donated what?
Monday. He worked all day Monday just to shit talk you.
Just to shit talk me, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I was like, this is crazy. Like the one thing at least I know is like whenever like at least people in your chat, if they want to talk shit about me, the max they'll spend is $10. They're not gonna spend $100. You know what? Watch someone donate $100.
Yeah, that hurts.
Just to
That hurts.
like call me an idiot. That'll be funny. But it's like, I don't know. It's crazy. But to what you were saying about like the left maybe not being as big as people think it is, but it's just that they're canceling everybody. I do think that's to an extent, but I also think people see shit on the right and they're like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, me personally, I consider myself like in the middle, where it's just like I agree with things on the left and then like I agree with things on the right, but I'm not gonna align myself with either. And it's like, I feel like that's where the majority of people
Purple
are.
pilled.
Yeah, I'm purple pilled. Like I feel like that's where the majority of people are.
I think that the left won the culture war. I think they undoubtedly did, but now it's like we're in like the peacetime and then the revolution happens. I think they won the culture war, but they just went way too fucking hard, and they're starting to lose people at like so many different types of issues that it's creating space for somebody else to pop up, I think, right? And I do think what you're saying about that canceling too many people, this is the thing that I keep saying, is that eventually it's going to hit a point, and it might have already done it with the WL community. Eventually it's going to hit a point where there's going to be another platform that is able to grow and sustain itself, not just on like the Nazi banned people, but on like people that are banned that are like relatively okay for most people.
Like normal people.
Yeah, like most
That's
people
what
will look
kids
at
do, I feel
like,
like.
yeah, that's what most people look at like JiDion and be like, yeah, I can with JiDion. Are you still permabanned
Yeah.
from Twitch?
I am so permanent banned.
Yeah, Aiden Ross, he started to go more extreme. I think
Yeah,
Aiden is
he's
going to
kinda
burn
more
out.
extreme.
But before that, like Aiden getting banned is pretty big. The Speed dude was massively fucking popular on YouTube, and I think he's still banned from Twitch. Like, you can't just axe like the four of like the largest fucking people or some of the largest people in these communities be like, oh, everything's going to be chill. Like, at some point, you're driving so many people to these alternate platforms that I think they are going to become sustainable. Rumble might already be there. I'm not sure as I stream there. You know, I mean, like the ad revenue is really good. The site needs to catch up on features and everything. But like, yeah, these other platforms that they're going to start to challenge Twitch a lot more.
That's the main reason why they signed me, is because like but when I first started talking to Rumble, I was like, listen, like I'm not coming on this hoe to be like a hella right leaning person or nothing like that. I'm not going on there to talk politics. All I want to do is just like make fun. I want to make my content. I want to do me, and like I'm not gonna even stream like how I'm sitting right now. That's not how I'm gonna stream on there. Like I'm gonna do IRL stuff. Yeah. Because nobody's ever doing IRL, so that's why I want to do my first stream at the UFC, and then I have something huge next week to do. And I feel like that's what these sites need. So like when I come over to Rumble, like I want to be that guy where it's like for the people on there, because I know there's people on there that's like, fuck man, I don't want to hear about Trump getting arrested. I don't want to hear about Sleepy Joe. I don't want to hear like, you know, I don't want to hear.
Yeah, you just want like normal chill like content
Like
creators that
normal
aren't doing like hardcore left or right politics all day, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which platforms do you guys think are going to take off then? Kick or Rumble or?
Kick has a lot of money behind it to throw at content creators right now, and culturally it feels a little bit more similar to Twitch. Rumble feels a bit more isolated, but I think Rumble is a way more solid platform in terms of like sustainability and what they're offering and everything. Like Rumble has like their front end is horrible, but their back end and their ad network and everything is like built out really well. Like they've got advertising.
We come in Destiny. I feel like that's our job. Like I was talking to Chris a lot. Like I was like, yo, you need to implement this. Like before I signed, I was like, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I feel like that's where our job comes in, because you got to realize like these people aren't content creators. You know, they're just the business side of things. They don't know what they don't know what the websites need and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And
they're responsive too, because like I told Chris, like I need to be able to add mods, and the feature is added like the next day, and like the latency is a problem, and they can change it like a couple days. Like the sites are still receptive.
They just changed latency.
Yep. Yeah. Today. Yeah.
They just updated it today. Yeah. So I was gonna because I'm gonna do a test stream. Oh. Oh shit.
Were you supposed to do it today? What?
Damn, I'm supposed to upload right now. Fuck you.
What happened?
Bro, I have my fucking main channel. Oh my gosh, you, Destiny.
What'd you do? Don't blame me, mother.
This motherfucker, bro. Have you watched any of the Biggest Menace episodes?
Is that your content?
Yeah. It's me and Nico. We've been doing a collab. Oh
no,
my God.
But I haven't watched anything. Like I said, I don't have time to do anything on the internet right now.
So do you think that Kick is going to have the same issue that Twitch had? Because I feel like the main reason, at least what I'm gathering from watching like Devin Nash and like other like media analyst guys, is that like Twitch is dying because of specifically like advertisers. Like advertisers, they don't really get their bang for their buck on Twitch, because most of the people on Twitch are fucking like top 5 to like 10 years old, so they don't really have money, and so there's only like really targeted items that do well. Like wholesale brands like Johnson and Johnson aren't going to be on Twitch because like 15-year-olds aren't thinking about like buying like baby shit and moisturizer, which is why like only like energy drinks and like a couple of other like fast food joints and stuff do well in video games. Does Kick have the same issue? Like, is it dominantly just a gaming platform?
I don't even know if Kick is even in the advertising game yet. I don't think they're even thinking about that.
I don't think Kick's ever gonna make a profit.
Well,
personally.
Kick
because
right
they're so
now
backed by casino money as well, right?
Well, it's not.
It doesn't need to.
Kick
as
is
long as they get people to do the gambling stuff, that's all they need. Like, they don't need for people to. Like, they don't need it to like make more money than Twitch. They just need it to be more popular. Kick
is like a bare bones site right now. They've got a lot of stuff that they need to work and build out on. Like Rumble as a platform holistically, I think is a lot more put together right now. Kick, before even thinking about like culturals and all that, I don't even know if Kick will scale well if they actually start pulling on like more streamers and more viewers. Like that's probably their hurdles right now are becoming like a streaming platform, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
So what do you like more, Destiny, Rumble or Kick?
Well, I'm kind of sponsored by both of them right now, so.
I know. I just want you
he
to
loves
say
them
it.
both equally.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think that I think both have a lot of potential. Right now, Rumble's superiority, I think, is in their infrastructure. Like, it's built out like a whole thing. They don't rely on like Amazon or Twitch services for their shit. I'm pretty sure they run off of, they've got their whole CDN built out, which is a really good thing for them. They also have their own advertising network built out. Like, you actually make surprisingly decent ad revenue without even being able to run ads, just on pre-rolls, like an okay amount of ad revenue. And they're publicly traded, so they got a ton of money and stability from like public investment, which helps them. I think Kick's culture, I think, matches that of like Twitch a little bit more, and you might see more of those types of streamers go to Kick. So Kick might seem like a more worthy Twitch replacement, whereas Rumble is gunning more for like a YouTube-esque thing, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know.
If you were like in my position, because I'm looking at the two websites and being like, obviously I should make accounts on both, so I just have like the names and stuff saved. Is there one that you would say would like be better? And what do they do about dual streaming? Is like dual streaming? I know probably for your contracts it's fully nixed, but do you know about like people like Irrelevant and stuff?
Most people will never care about dual streaming. That was a very unique monopoly that Twitch was able to do for a while, but very, very rarely do people care about that, unless you're.
What's your content?
What?
I was talking to her.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
what kind of content do you do?
Oh, I'm kind of like budget Destiny with tits is kind of like
Jesus
content wise.
Christ.
I do a little bit less politics, a
What the
little
fuck?
bit more like manosphere stuff.
What's your YouTube channel?
Not so erudite, just my name.
Not so erudite. I'm gonna give you a what's that? A consultation real quick. I love doing these. And if any of y'all are fucking debaters, I'm gonna give you guys a consultation. One thing you guys might say, I'm an idiot about politics and all that shit, but I know my YouTube. So, okay, I'm looking at your channel right now. Okay, so you post long videos.
Yeah, they're gonna be long. I do a lot of debates and stuff like that, so they're gonna end up being longer.
Okay, I like your thumbnail format. I feel like it really sets you apart. Like, it stands out and stuff like that. If I knew of your content and like I see that thumbnail, I feel like that's really important for people, like to have like a thing for your thumbnail, because you want your audience it's easy to pick it up. It's like, oh shit, this is a like with Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Even without seeing his face, you could know, oh, this is Mr. Beast and stuff like that. And I feel like that's one thing I lack in, is that I just pick whatever, because I want my videos to be more organic. But I like your thumbnail ideas. I think what your problem mostly, I would say, is your title. I feel like you kind of over title things.
Like too long?
Yeah, like too long. Like,
what's like a title? Read one of her titles, I'm curious.
She put quotation, "This is your christening. Nothing escapes Destiny's orbit. Mr. Girl declares at Ketiology CO in Orbiter." Like, that's hella long.
Jesus.
It's like a Twitch title.
You're like
So
post rock titles right there. Yeah.
What's like what was the main thing of that video you posted 5 hours ago?
So just to be clear, my role with my editor and stuff is a little bit more hands-off, so I can obviously direct him to give better titles, but I typically allow them to just like go with whatever. We're trialing and erroring a bunch of stuff between my manager and my editor. So that one posted 5 hours ago. I'm actually not sure. I'd have to look at what he was talking about in our group DMs.
Okay.
Wait, but what was the video about though?
So I could direct them to do shorter titles, but a lot of the titles aren't typically my idea necessarily.
Okay, so you said not so
but,
area.
like, still, I'm still the
at
head,
Fresh
so
and
I can-
Fit chat trying. Okay, so not so area loses it at Fresh and Fit chat, trying to black pill her on humanity. Okay, so this is how I would shorten this.
Okay.
Not so area gets triggered at Fresh and Fit chat invading her stream. You know what I mean? That's way more engaging. It's like, oh fuck, okay, damn, she's gonna get triggered. Then, you know, when you watch the video, it's like, oh damn, she was cool, she's calm, she's collected, and she gave good takes and everything. Like, if you go to my premium channel, premium, like a lot of the stuff for my channel, it's the lip service. It's like my face. So like people click on it because they see my face and stuff like that. But also what I like to credit myself on is like, we could turn videos that aren't my videos. And we can get more
I got arrested
views.
again. That's a really good title.
Oh no! Don't look at
Not
that.
that
Look at JiDion Premium, because my main channel is something totally different. So
Okay.
I would say use my second channel as an example. So I reacted to this dude. His name is Charleston White. I reacted to a compilation.
Holy
of him.
shit.
Oh,
And
Charleston White. Okay.
and so I said, so my editor, he titled it JiDion reacts to the real life Uncle Ruckus. So you probably would have titled it you reacted to Charleston White outrageous comment compilation, you know? But JiDion reacts to the real life Uncle Ruckus. So people know Uncle Ruckus as a character from the Boondocks. So it's just like more funnier. Then there was another one where it was the Button episode, and JiDion reacts to creepy guy committing harassment. And we put, instead of harassment, we said harassment. It's things like that. This right here, the original video, JiDion reacts to overweight creep getting busted at playground. So you can't put predator in your title, so we didn't want the video to get demonetized. So we said creep. And then that original video, I think, has like 300,000 views. But my reaction has 1.3 million views. You see what I mean? We added we just added more spice to it. And in the thumbnail, we put the guy saying, I want to eat kids. And then I did another one. I said the best example is if you scroll down, I did one video where it was the Button. It was one secret white guy versus 6 black people. And they had to figure out who was white, and they were blindfolded and stuff.
Yeah.
So instead of it saying JiDion reacts to one white guy versus 6 black people, we said his pronouns are nig/guh. You see a title that says his pronouns are nig/guh. I don't give a fuck who you are. You gotta click on that. Like, what the f?
Yeah.
Then you click on it as a reaction. But the video has 1.8 million views. So almost 2 million views off a reaction. So I would say, think of engagement. Think of something like that would stop. Like, this is my whole thought process. You want your thumbnail, you know how people say you don't judge a book by its cover?
Yep. Sorry, I'm writing down what you're saying.
But that's bullshit. Like, everybody judges a book by its cover. Like people will look at a book and be like, oh man, I don't like the title of that, or I don't like the way that the art is on the book, so they won't read it. If you have an engaging title and art, people are gonna at least pick it up and look. And then you have to trust yourself that your content is already good enough. Like I have faith in myself that my content is already good enough for people to want to just once they click on I just need to get you to click on the video. Once I get you to click on the video, I know I'm gonna have you because I know my content's good. So that's
So thumbnail game good. We're doing good there. We need to concise up the titles and make them a little bit more catching.
Yeah. So a thumbnail name is great. I feel like you should kind of bite into maybe like a triggered feminist. Maybe have that be the core thing is like you got triggered, or oh damn, this girl got triggered. Then you'll have the guys being like, oh yeah, I want to see her get triggered. Then it's like, oh no, she was chill, she was cool, she was calm, she was collected. I like that. And this is the same thing for you too, Destiny. Like I feel like sometimes you can make it more concise. You know what I mean?
True. My titles suck, and so do my thumbnails. I need to talk to my editor about that. I thought about cutting his pay by a little bit.
Bro, when I come over on Sunday, I got you. Like if you look at my thumbnails, it's all headshots. Like it's headshot. Like when I reacted to MoistCritikal, that Meat Canyon video, we got the image of Charlie, we got the image of Sneako, then it's me doing the fucking dick sucking face. Like it's like 3 headshots, but you can clearly tell what's going on. And then when we add our own flair that nobody else is doing, is we'll put we'll put an extra title in the thumbnail. So it'll be like Sneako got violated, So it's like, you know what the video is about. So it's like you have 2 titles to tell you where it's about. Because also, I don't like for my titles to be over 50 characters. Because if your title's over 50 characters, then that's when it gets cut off. So you need to have your video be under 50 characters so that way people can see everything. Like, your guys' titles are so fucking long that they're not going to see everything. So if they don't see everything, the only way that they can see it is that they have to click on the video. But they're not going to want to click on the video. So you need to just have the title all be there so that way people see it. And this is for, this could go for everybody. You know, this isn't just like, you know, debating channels.
Yeah, that's
or
super
like that.
helpful. The 50 cap title is good.
Yeah. I got that one from Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast is a really good resource. So I'm not sure what resources you use. I use a lot of like Devin Nash, Mr. Beast, and I've actually been looking a little bit at Hamza specifically in like community building stuff, even though he's a little bit more culty than I would like. He did something really unique with community that I don't think I've seen anyone else do before. Is there anyone else though that you look to, JiDion?
Bro, that's the thing about me is like, you know, like, I'm a student of YouTube, so that's why I know about people like Destiny, Sneako. Like, I feel like all this stuff can help me at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, this is just all like different avenues and stuff. But one thing I would say is it's a great thing. So like Destiny, a thing that Destiny does that I've started doing is, you see, he has us all in his Discord server. So we're in his Discord server, and then when you go on his Discord, there's niggas just waiting in here. Like, you know, they're just like in the Discord. So what that's going to do is everybody in this chat, what are they going to want to do? Oh, I want to join the Discord. So then they're going to join his Discord. You feel me? So whenever you're doing a debate or something, instead of like you just be joining the Discord call, no, you fucking be like, you're joining my Discord. And then you make a celebrity tab on the right side. Like,
oh, that's something I actually am intentional for. Sometimes Abba will try to call me or message me. I'll be like, bro, don't call me. That's weird. Come to my room. Come to my Discord.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so smart that you're doing that because
because then other people like you can jump in and you get like a lot of like collaborative stuff going on. Yeah.
Exactly. And then like, let's say someone just joins it randomly, but then they see on the right side, oh snap, this dude got I Show Speed, Kai Sanat, all in his Discord. Oh, this dude's lit. Let me join. You know, like how many times do people like they need that social validation? They got to see that. So having a celebrity tab on the right side, I think is very important. Like I think I have 120,000 people on my Discord. So like with me, I was looking at it. I was like, okay, when you look at prank channels, a lot of prank channels like they'll do good on their prank videos, but you know when you go to their IGs, their TikToks and stuff, it doesn't translate. You know what I mean? Like they'll have 10 million followers on YouTube, but they'll only have
like 3,000 followers or something on their Twitters. Instagram. Yeah, it'll be like really disproportionate.
Exactly. So that was my biggest dilemma. I was like, okay, fire. I need to figure out how I can get my audience to follow me everywhere. So I was like, okay, it's corny as fuck to be like, yo, join my Instagram. And then a lot of people, they'll post their clips on Instagram. It's like, bro, you already watched the video. They're not trying to see me post the clips on my Instagram of a video that they already seen. Mm-hmm. So you know what? I'm only posting pics on my IG. And you know what? Instead of it bombarding you and getting you to like follow me on Instagram, fuck that. At the end of the video, follow me on Instagram. Boom. Right. It's like I'm putting the ball in your court. If you want to follow me on Instagram. Then another thing that I do is I got into streaming. I was like, Kai's the one that told me about streaming. He was like, bro, that's what builds your audience. Because I think I had like I think I was at like 900K when I started streaming, right? Started streaming. Didn't pick up at first. Just kept on working at it. Me streaming just got me a deal. Like I'm not even a streamer, but I just got a streaming deal because I got into that.
It's really hard when you come from YouTube or especially TikTok because the numbers are so different. Like if you're doing YouTube videos, like you're doing like what, millions of views per video, and then you turn on a live stream and it's like 10,000 viewers, like that seems kind of shit, but like 10,000 live viewers, that's a huge fucking stream. And it's weird how the numbers don't seem like they match up, but yeah. But it's kind of like when you go from TikTok to YouTube, like you might say like oh, like I've got TikTok videos that do like 20 million views, like okay, and like I mean like that's decent, but like a 20 million view YouTube video is like holy shit, it's a whole other world of viewership, you know? Yeah,
bro, I fucking I made some bullshit ass TikTok. I was like, I saw all the stuff going on with the TikTok. Okay, so how I got my YouTube bumping was someone stole my video and they posted it on TikTok back in 2019. Didn't give me credit, and it got like 5 million views. And I was like, oh snap, I see something here. So I made a TikTok fast, but got my name and everything. And what I would do, every time I would post a video, I would clip out 3 parts of the video, and I would post those parts on TikTok. And
How would
then
you decide the parts? How would you decide the parts that you?
I just like whatever part I thought was funny. It's like the funniest parts for me. So like, I did this one video where I went to the Renaissance Fair, right? And there was this one part where like there was this girl like dressed up in her Renaissance gear or whatever. I go up to her like trying to rizz her up and stuff, and she was like, and then some dude like got in my face, blows up. It got like 10 million views, 2 million likes. Did another one where I got my haircut inside of the college lecture. Right when I posted the video, posted it on TikTok. 20 million views, 3 million likes, and then I will put it in the caption, YouTube JiDion. So people see that, they're like, oh shit, I want to watch the YouTube video. So then I would translate, get people over to my YouTube. Now I don't really post my clips anymore on TikTok. Now I just make TikToks to remind niggas about me. You feel me? So I made a TikTok the other day where I saw it was Congress. You know how they were trying to ban TikTok and everything. And there's this one viral TikTok that I always see pop up where this guy, the caption is to all the corrupt governments. And you guys ever see the TikTok where the guy's like flicking them off, but like in fast speed, and he's like to all the corrupt governments? You ever seen that? So I was like, oh, that'll be funny if I said to the U.S. Congress trying to ban TikTok. So I just did the exact same thing with that caption, 10 million views, 1 million likes, boom, you know? Like, just like, it's like getting out in people's faces. And then on my IG, all I do is just post up on my story. And then on my Twitter is the hardest thing I think to grow. But for Twitter, what the sauce is for that is you gotta fucking, you gotta fish niggas. You gotta fish niggas. And what I mean by that is, let's say, whenever my homie Kai would say something on Twitter, I'll just respond and say something
Reply
funny.
guy.
Exactly. That's called, because what I didn't realize when I was getting canceled during the whole Pokemon situation, H3 was hopping in, Myth, Jacksepticeye, all these niggas are dogging on me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like thinking that they're in a group chat, like, let's bring JiDion down, let's destroy him. But I didn't realize what they really were doing was they were Twitter farming.
Oh, tweeting, yeah.
Exactly, they were Twitter farming. So that's what brought my Instagram up. And then I would post clips from, like, I'll tease videos, like I'll post pics with, like, if I'm like doing something with somebody, like when I was with Pokey, I tweeted out the picture of me and her eating the chicken sandwich. Boom, I think I got over 100,000 likes. When I blew the air horn at the Wimbledon, posted a clip of that was on TV. Boom, 200,000 likes. Fucking the Twitch situation, the whole Twitch situation. Fucking what happened? I think I said bitches are getting fucked on Twitch and I'm still banned. Boom, 300,000 likes. I tweeted out one time, I was like, if anybody ratios me, I'll delete my Twitter. Mr. Beast came out of nowhere, ratioed the fuck out of me. My tweet had like 200,000 likes. His tweet had 800,000 likes. So that's 800,000 likes. So who knows how many people see my page. So all this and that's just like ways to like grow your brand. So, because being a prank YouTuber, it's so easy just to be a prankster. But I don't want people to be like, oh, he's that guy that pranks. When I go out in public, people be like, DeMarcus Cousins III. That's what they call me. They don't just call me JiDion. They don't just call me that guy from TikTok. They call me DeMarcus Cousins III because they know me. They know, like, it's bigger than my videos. But my bad. Whenever I get to, whenever I get to talk
this
about
has been
YouTube,
super helpful.
I love this shit.